West Ham and Man United find themselves just 3 points apart in the Premier League, which when I looked a second ago, completely baffled me, to be totally honest, as West Ham under Julian Lopetegui have been dire so far. We need a response. We thought we'd get it in our derby last week against Tottenham, and it definitely wasn't to be. Our focus now turns to Manchester United, whose season has been equally as changeable, and to delve into all of that, I'm sorry to say, Baker, Man United fan, is joining me. Baker, how are you, mate?
Good evening. Very well, thank you, considering.
Yeah, we've just had a bit of a 5-minute moan, haven't we, to each other about our football club. So this is going to be this is going to be brilliant. But anyway, Baker, just sum up Man United's last, 12 months. Where's it all gone wrong, or has it I don't know. You tell me.
We don't actually know where it's gone. Well, I was just saying there earlier, since the Carabao Cup final when we won, elated for the 1 week, got beat 7-0 at Liverpool the week after. It's just been topsy-turvy since then, but just the improvement that was coming before that seems to have dwindled away, and the confidence and the 7-0's just the killer in it. And then obviously we won the cup, which was a great day out, played well, deserved it. He's got a contract based on that for this year, so nobody knows what's happening. It just seems a bit flat at the moment, the football, and we just don't know what's going on. Are we attacking? Are we forward? Are we sideways? We just, as a Manchester United supporter, baffled is probably where we're at.
Baffled, yeah. Fair enough. I see you joining us in the chat. Terry, hope you are well. Peter, hope you are well. Larry over in the US of A, hope everything is okay with you. Terry says, Baker, remember the good old days for Man U? They would enjoy playing us.
Yeah, you should enjoy it. To Upton Park.
Yeah, well, it's not as good now, is it? We all know that. Yeah, well, it is what it is, isn't it? Kent Nabuel says, I'm predicting West Ham lost Sunday, very smart to say, but the ridiculous high line is going to kill us on Sunday. We're going to delve into all of that in just a second. Jay Nabuel says, United's never a good club to come up against regardless. And we've had a poor start, Baker. We've had a really poor start in his two sides. And I've seen some people branding as El Sakiko already, which makes me chuckle. Do you think if the result goes negatively, do you think the board will take action after the weekend or not?
I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. I know it sounds really stupid. We used to get a bit of an insight. I would hear murmurs from somebody. It seems like it's Radcliffe sort of, it's been a closed shop since. So not even getting rumours. And it seemed to, as Ten Hag said last week, the media are stirring up the rumours and not him. So not them. Wins. If he loses another couple of games, I think he's gone in a row. Maybe not on Sunday. I think he's got to go on a losing streak again. But don't forget, he's got tomorrow night.
Oh, of course, you play tomorrow night.
Yeah. We've only got 2 points. We're something like 20 odd. 2 points in the Europa League. I'm sure we'll be all right there. The quality of the teams are not that clever to over 8 games.
No. Should come through that. How much of an impact do you think that'll have? I mean, we went through three seasons of the Thursday Sunday football, and it can be tough. How do you think that's made an impact on sort of playing on a Sunday? Do you think that's made an impact in terms of the lack of recovery time that the team gets?
I don't believe that's an excuse as especially a modern day footballer. The training. We've got a massive squad there. So if they do lethargic in first half, it's not down to that. It's down to the team and the tactics. As simple as that, and the will to win.
Yeah, I mean, from the outside looking in at Man United, Man United are on telly quite often, and we have Gary Neville sat there, and he's usually slagging United off most weeks, and that's what we all see. It seems like it's just intensifying, and you look at players, and when I see, for example, from the outside looking in, you see Mason Mount. I mean, you're shaking your head. Players like that. I mean, is the sort of recruitment the sole biggest issue at United over the last few years?
Well, you go back to the few years ago. We would get what we call a really good player, and the Ferguson era, we change that good player into an excellent player, a superstar, even some of them. It seems to me we're buying these still the same good players, but we're turning into either mediocre players or bad players. So I think it's systemic in the club at the moment. Confidence, and then we all think they're going to break through and break that. Apart from like Garnacho and a couple of others, Menu, but the players who seem to be buying, we're not consistently. It used to be a conveyor belt of turning the medium player into a good player, not the anymore.
Yeah, it's just baffling when I look at the recruitment, and what people say most of the time is the amount of money that Man United have spent, and you find yourselves with arguably, sometimes a centre back partnership. I'm going to say of Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire. They might be very good players, but I mean, when you spent over £1 billion in 3, 4, 5 years, then you'd expect better. The amount of money that's been burnt on, as you say, average players is where the systemic issue is coming from at United.
Yeah, it's just it's unreal. He had that team sheet at Villa. He's just like, what? What's going on?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know we're playing over. We always play the Man United tax, don't we? Because they're desperate and they think the next play is going to be the solution. So there's another 10 or 15 million on top. Yeah. Anthony's a prime example of that. Even Van der Sar said the other week, he's probably, at the time, based on his potential, he's worth 50 million. We paid like 79 or something, didn't we? Yeah. That was like excessive completely.
The Man United tax right there indeed. Right, let's take some more comments. Where do I get to? Ralph says, he says, watched Villa last night. Great football. Man United will stuff us. Yeah. There we go. I mean, Peter, have you been away on holiday? I hope you had a nice holiday. First holiday abroad for a few years. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. That's the place to discuss. Sure, I keep you well. If everyone does, Baker fit Aaron Wan-Bissaka this Sunday. So, what was the feeling when he left the club? Was it sort of right time for him to move on?
Play for United. All right, he didn't reach the heights that he was expected in, but how many have lately? We think brilliant defender. He's got this ability to, you think he's beaten, and all of a sudden his foot comes out, and he just seems to clear it. He got caught a couple of times on his offensive, but he's probably our best defender over the last few years consistently when he was playing. So that was a bit. A lot of United fans thought he was a good player, simple as that, and a good servant for United at the time. Never moaned, got on with his job. Yeah, so you've got a good asset there, one of the better ones from our place.
No, he's been good. For £15 million, I think it was actually one of our better signings over the summer. That's an absolute steal. And there was the big buzz about him when he joined Crystal Palace, and good player, and a player that's been steady. And man, I can't say that about many. And I was quite surprised when they were going to let him go, to be honest. I thought
there must have been some internals or something, more on top of. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe Ten Hag didn't want him. That's where it looked, didn't it?
Yeah. Dad goes on monthly holidays. Yeah, I'm being left on Saturday. Off they go on a cruise. I'm being left at home. Yeah, to fend for myself. Right, parties every night. See, baking those. We are poor all over the pitch. We are. Here we go. So holidays every month. Harshly, I don't go away till Saturday. Brilliant. Thanks a lot for that. Dad has more time off than Rip Van Winkle's bedside light. I don't get that joke, but I'm sure some people will. Where's the next win coming from? We've got Forest away in a couple of weeks. Everton at home. It's got to be the one. But yeah, it's concerning. Ipswich away. Last game of the season. That'll be our next win. Brilliant. Exactly. It says 4 days. Terry, are you working Friday this week or not, or is it a work from home day? Well, what's going on? Not saying West Ham ever had a chance to bring him in, but I think Sancho really could have turned the club around. Another one that went and didn't fulfil his potential. I mean, the list is endless, Baker, and he seems like he's slotted in quite nicely at Chelsea. Just to sort of finish off the Broaden point of Man United, is it just a recruitment based thing that just hasn't worked for years?
Square pegs round holes, I think, as well, and then trying to fit the system into the players, and we just seem to get it wrong all the time at the moment, don't we? And Jay, I've got to say, this is the most pessimistic I've heard West Ham fans, and we're mediocre at the moment. So for you to think we are going to beat you is a bit, wishful thinking and all that. With Moyes, I know he's boring sometimes, but you knew you were in for the game, didn't you?
Yeah, I think that whole issue there. I mean, fans have got annoyed to an extent of Lopetegui. I've been incredibly frustrated, but I think the fans, about 90% of the fan base, has accepted that we consider 2 points exclusively alone, that it was the right time for David Moyes to leave, and And Lopetegui isn't the right man. Currently, I'm seeing no indication. I mean, we'll come on to it when we talk a little bit from West Ham's point of view in a second, but it's been bad. It's been really bad. So just sort of talk me through a structure of a Man United 11. I don't need to go through all the players. I don't want to put you on the spot too much. Do you have any idea?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. Right. So let's just go centre half. Have you got an idea?
It's the most baffled I've been in years, even like from the 90s.
Yeah.
We don't know just haven't got a clue anymore. We don't know what team's going to turn up, who's going to play where. If Rashford's going to play, whatever.
Yeah. So a more sort of straightforward sort of way to go at it. Like, have you got any serious injuries? Are all the players fit? Who can we rule out entirely?
Well, there's only Shaw, isn't he? And I think Mainoo's out, isn't he?
Mainoo's out, right.
Yeah. So yeah. Shaw's been out. Yeah, another one.
Yeah. Mainoo, he's copped a little bit of criticism, but overall been really good, or not?
Yeah. He's overall play. He's going to be a star. He's going to be one of the stars. They're the things you look for in the future, aren't they? You think your team's crap, and you think, right, look at the superstars. You can build a few more players around them. You get the system going.
Yeah, that's what he's got to try and. That's what you've got to try and bring in and, try and settle down at United. And I think it's
get Rasmussen, going a bit, get a few goals. You never know.
Yeah. Bit of confidence, but both sides currently on the floor. I thought Terry lived on a resort. He has about 3 golfing holidays a year, right? Terry, you still wait for Forest to win a couple of weeks and you're not on another golfing holiday? Is that still... there you go. Look, works 3 days and then a golf day and then, that's it. The life of an executive. See, he doesn't even deny it, right? Doesn't even deny it. Peter says, I said when Fulkrug got injured, he would probably be out until Christmas, New Year. If we're going to go to West Ham, then that's frustrating. We're going to see no Fulkrug, so Antonio leading the line again, which we've had for years, and can be, he can be a well beater for 45 minutes or can just drift away into nothingness. So he can cause defences problems, but he can't play a full game. About an hour tops is what he can do. And then we'll push Bowen up front, which doesn't work. Square pegs, round holes in that scenario, I'm afraid. And Jeff, so what did you make of West Ham's recruitment in the summer? Because a lot of fans have been very impressed and putting West Ham up in, top 6 predictions for the end of the season. And Somerville, Fulkrug, Kilman, Wan-Bissaka, a couple of midfielders in there as well. What did you make of West Ham's business in the summer, and how did you see them shaping up going into the season, mate?
Well, I'll be honest with you, apart from Wan-Bissaka, I didn't really know much about any of them, but I thought this guy looks like he knows what he's doing, and he seems to be the right level of players for West Ham to use a buy a lower and improve them and then sell them on, don't you? So it just looked like that you were just going to continue doing all right. Find out now where you are. It's a bit like, ooh, where's the
And you'll see inside 20 minutes, whether you're there or watching it on TV, you'll see inside 20 minutes the holes we leave in midfield. And if Ten Hag has done any tactical homework, he's got his game tomorrow night first, but when he looks ahead to this one, pack the midfield and you'll beat us, because we've constructed the slowest midfield in literal Premier League history. The gaps we leave are suicide, to be frank, and that's where we exploit us. And when you get the defence, which is solid, when you get it vulnerable with players running at it, it folds, unfortunately. So that's the area that Man United will surely look to exploit. Spurs did it and did really well in that sense. But we're not settled as a team, Baker, and that's the is this sort of surprising to you from a sort of West Ham point of view?
Yeah. It's a bit like you just always knew you're going to have to go there and win. You're not going to get anything from it unless we play well and go and win it. To hear that you can not play well it's music to our ears, isn't it? If we get if we turn up, which we can do, but it's very rare at the moment.
Double-edged sword in the sense of both teams are poor, and then I mean it's like both teams' paradise. It's just who's going to actually turn up. Which team's
going to get that first goal as well?
It's massive. First goal is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
And we've got to set the tone well, otherwise it will get very toxic in there on Sunday. Very, very toxic.
Fans starting to get a bit.
Fans are getting a bit disgruntled. Yeah. So Kudus isn't available, which I'd expect to see Somerville come in on the right, which is a positive. I think he's been really good. Now I've said that it'll be awful, but overall the midfield is what concerns me, and that's where you're going to exploit us in that sense. Let's hear some comments. Kent says, from a West Ham fan looking in at Man U, seems there's a lot of cohesion and joint up thinking at Man United until this season. Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox have a great CV. Things might change. Now you always see Gary Neville, hark on about director of football and it's upstairs' fault and all the rest of it. Does that corroborate through the fan base?
I think what the fans do it's all the way from the Glazers. It's been mismanaged for donkey's years. It was masked for a bit with the good players and the old way, and it seems to fell off a few years. 2013 it sort of fell off. I know we've won a few cups since, and we've still been there and thereabouts, so 2 or 3 seasons out of 10, but it's not consistent enough for us, isn't it? But it's evident. You look around the ground's falling down, and it's just been mismanaged for a long, long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's all elements of it. We've been to Man United away for the last 3 years in the sort of Premier League, and it's every part of it. The fans, there just seems like a huge disconnect. I mean, if you sack Ten Hag, then where do you go from that point? That's what we were asked all summer, So that's the point that people have got to sort of consider in that sense as well. And going to Man United anymore, when we're playing okay, going to Man United anymore, it isn't the biggest feat that it used to be. And that's good for other clubs. But I mean, for Man United, is there a clear route back to, I don't want to say the good old days, you might not get back to those heights, but can you see any way that happening in the sort of near
future? We've got a bit of optimism, in this, with the Radcliffe takeover and good things to come and all that. But they've cut costs that much. They've even tomorrow. You used to have to go to an hotel before the game when you're abroad to collect your ticket, and it was a foolproof way of not being able to sell your ticket. You'd have to go tomorrow morning. Pity for, but they've done away with that even. So, because they can't afford to take 8 people away. Well, they said it doesn't justify it. 8 staff from the ticket office, flights, so they're cutting costs absolutely everywhere. So you're hoping it's your short-term fix for a long-term gain.
Long-term gain,
But if you think about they're doing all that, what they got. It seems to be making the right decisions, but it's going to be a while for us, we think.
And it's just not quite reflecting on the pitch as of yet, which is getting fans inevitably angry. Fabianski is Somerville to start this weekend. Does anyone think? Yeah, I think that's a case for Fabianski. Areola's been suspect last few weeks. Will he go for it? Only time will tell. And Somerville I'd expect to come in for me. Kent says, Man United used to go in for a player, and if they wanted him, they would get him. Young players that were on the cusp of stardom, but then they would make it into a top player. Now, no, that's just not the case.
Agree with you there. That's what we've just been talking about.
Absolutely. Onana in goal, has he been shaky? A couple of people mentioning him. Has he been shaky or not?
Well, he's improved from last season, hasn't he? He's been quite steady. He's still a bit susceptible, but Ten Hag wanted him, so. We all knew there was going to be a rocky road if he's, you might speed the play up, but he's going to let 1 or 2 in with his craziness.
I
think they're willing to accept that if they're going further up the pitch is doing the business.
Absolutely. Terry says, I'd love to see Somerville start. Sharky, what have we got to lose? I mean, nothing, especially with Kudus unavailable. So that's what I'd expect. Go on.
He should be going for it Sunday against us, shouldn't he?
Yeah, well, hopefully we can find a little bit of impetus. Our confidence must be on the floor, after a 4-1, after a 4-1 defeat to our harshest rivals in the league, right? And we heard in the build-up that all the English and players that have been there a long time have been telling all the new players how big the derby is, and then we go and lose 4-1, which just adds to the frustration of it. And yeah. It is what it is.
I was expecting a roasting on here, but I feel like we've got a chance of winning.
Yeah, this is your sort of, confidence boost. And I hate to give it to you, but I mean, it's just the reality, I'm afraid. Kent says they now sign older players on massive money, or average players that wouldn't be fit to lace previous Man United players' boots, and that's the reality of it. And yeah, there we go. Right, it says, well, comments. Lee, hope you're well. Jay says that is great news. If Shaw will be out for this game, he's been out for quite a while, hasn't he, Shaw?
Yeah. Someone said 265 days since or something he played for Manchester United. He played for England, obviously, didn't he?
Yeah, blimey. Yeah. And then he got another setback, didn't he?
Yeah, another one.
Yeah, frustrating. Larry says Man U hasn't scored much, but doesn't give up too much either. I mean, what's been the best, if you can pick an element? Have you been better going forward, or consolidating in midfield, or defensively? Has there been a stronger point this season?
We've been weak in every department at different games, so there's no. That's what I was saying. It's baffling. One week the defense is really good, and then forward, Crystal Palace played first half, they were brilliant, and then the second half, you're just thinking, and then it's like we tidy up the back for a game or two, and then it goes to pieces, or the front lines. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I am, interested to see what sort of Man United side turn up, because watched, bits here and there on the telly, and I've sort of understood your flat comment of it, how flat it's been at home and and away as well. I mean, all the time it seems like there's no impetus in that Man United team, and whether it's Fernandes in midfield, is he a leader? I don't know. There's just problems everywhere. Best thing about
it doesn't seem the same problem every week. It's a different one.
Different one, yeah, and they all culminate together. Best thing about United away is the class parking spot. Yeah, come out, turn left again, and we're out. Bosh, lovely,
yeah.
Lovely. Ariola's been a tit lately. Peter, very good. See, I was waiting for one of your classic jokes, Peter, and there they are. Kent said if Rashford, Garnacho, and Højlund play, we're in trouble because of movement. One ball through the midfield and they will kill us. Yeah, that's it. Bang on.
Again, that could be a possibility, but it could be all dire.
Yeah. It could be two really bad teams. It could be two really average teams, or it could be two teams trying to prove a point. And I hope it's that, but I've just got no confidence that that's going to be the case. Let's go into a prediction, Baker. This is very difficult. What are you going to go for?
If you'd have asked me before coming on here, I'd have said 1-1. But I think listening to you and all the chaps with comments, I think we've got a chance. Maybe 2-1, 3-1.
I don't do this often. I think it sums up the fan base at the moment. I actually can't see us getting anything from this. I very rarely predict a negative prediction. Look, I'll say 1-1 just to hold a little bit of hope.
You can't 1-1.
No, but I think the reality is probably 2-1, 3-1. I think we'll score. But I just see Man United having a bit more, and the way we've been in midfield. It's just, it's dreadful. Final comments before we go. Pete, hope you well. 3-1 away win. I find it hard to disagree. To be totally honest, 4-0 to West Ham, 2-0 to Man United, 1-0. There we go. With some of his Leeds connections, he would love playing against Man United. I think he will have a really good game. I hope so. He deserves a run out. And I didn't think of that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Baker, let's have some final thoughts before we go. Heading into this game, how do you see it going? It's very difficult to predict, I know, but how do you see it going?
If you again, like you said, the first 20, you'll know in the first 10 with us whether they're up for it and they just switched. I don't know. It seems to find out in the first 10 minutes which United's turned up. So if we're good in the first 10, I think we've got a good chance of winning the full game. But if we're a bit shaky, you'll know. And your crowd will get up then, and it will possibly go the other way.
Yeah, but before their trip to East London, Manchester United have a potentially thorny and really ironic trip to Fenerbahce tomorrow. Just remind me, Baker, who's the gaffer there?
Mr. Mourinho.
Are you going tomorrow?
No,
you're not
I was
going.
in Porto the other week, but Prague in a few weeks. But give this one a miss.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'll make sure I keep an eye on that tomorrow for the Mourinho side of it. Do you reckon if they pick something up, he's not going to shy away, Mourinho, is he?
Oh, he'll love it, won't he?
Yeah.
I think he's got a soft spot for United. Did you hear that today about he was saying he could still win the league with United if City get deducted? He's funny, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look here. What's it say? Did Porto with Ted? Did you hurt? Did hang on? Did Ted hurt you? Surely
well,
not.
We was out drinking till late, so yeah, he hurt me head in the morning. Yeah, too much alcohol. I think we got in about 5:30.
Oh, that's the spirit.
Typical Ted night out.
Typical Ted night out, actually. Right, we will leave it there. From me, come on your irons, reluctantly, dubiously, hoping for a performance on Sunday. Baker, be interesting to see Manchester United tomorrow night, and I'm not going to wish you good luck because I don't think you'll need it to start with. But yeah, thank you for coming on, Baker. Greatly appreciate it.
Great to see you all, the boys.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks so much. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you're new. We'll have our main preview in the next couple of days building up to this one. Then the parents, they're off. So then we've got a week where anything can happen on air. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Cheers, Baker. Thank you.